Hi everyone, welcome back to Raw FPL. So in this one it's the game week 22 team selection. So I'll be going over how the team's shaping up, some transfers that I'm looking at. I might actually roll this time as well, just with Haaland potentially not being back. And then we'll also discuss some future transfer plans and the blanks and the double game weeks as well. So if you do like this one, please hit like and please do subscribe because it'll help me out so much. So yeah, let's jump into it. Okay, so starting off in defence, so we've got Areola, Bournemouth at home. So I'm hoping finally he can get a clean sheet, which I actually play him because I've been benching him quite a lot and getting him mixed up. So yeah, fingers crossed Areola can get some sort of return this time. We've got Gabriel. He's currently yellow flagged, but I think he'll be alright to start. We'll have to wait and see what Arteta says just about that. But yeah, I'm hoping he'll be okay coming back from his 17-point haul last week. The goal was actually given to him now as well, so the Premier League have officially given him the goal. So it would have been the Saka assist, Gabriel goal, which would have been a nice 10-point swing for me. But yeah, unfortunately, FPL, the points are already they're done now, so they're not going to get added. So yeah, Gabriel, Forest away. Fingers crossed he'll get a clean sheet there. Maybe even another goal, who knows. And then Konza, he's just been quite reliable for me, so happy to have him at home to Newcastle. I think Newcastle will probably score, and to be honest, I think Aston Villa will as well. So I'm not expecting loads from Konza. But yeah, at least at this point, he's just been playing consistently, so we'll take that for now. And then Trent is finally back, so home to Chelsea. I think Chelsea will score, but we might get an attacking return from Trent, so we'll see on that. And yeah, he played, I think it was like 23 minutes, something like that, against Norwich in the Cup. So yeah, he looks like he should be back, he should be starting. So that's the defence. I'm not going to look at any transfers really. I did initially think potentially I could try and get the Estupiñán somehow, but I think there's too many other transfers I need to do just for getting Haaland back and getting Salah back when he returns. So right now I'm just going to leave the defence. I think it looks pretty solid. So yeah, let's take a look at the midfield. So jumping into midfield then, Palmer obviously brought him in fairly late really. He got the 10 points last week, so I was happy with that. Unfortunately, I didn't captain him and went with Saka, which obviously we all know he blanked in that 5-0 victory. So yeah, I'm hoping Saka can do something against Forest. But to be honest, the way he's been going, I'm not expecting too much. But yeah, he definitely could do a big haul at some point. He's not had one, so maybe it'll be this time. We'll have to see. Bowen, I'm glad he's back. Glad he's back from injury. He looked actually quite good last game week. He could have had a couple of goals in the first half. So yeah, he gets the vice captain armband. Home to Bournemouth, so I'm hoping he'll be able to get some returns there and reignite his good form that he had. Sterling's still here somehow. Although he did, to be fair to him, he did get the assist, and he does look quite good when he plays. He does look pretty decent. So yeah, Sterling is staying for now. I am debating doing Sterling to Richarlison, but again, I just think there's too many moves I need to make to get Haaland back, to get Salah back. So I think that's a bit of a luxury move. If I had 2 free transfers and I needed to burn one, I'd probably do that. Because Sterling, he blanks as well in game week 26. So does Richarlison, so it wouldn't really be affecting me too much. But yeah, for now, because I've only got 1 free transfer, I think I'll either roll it or I could do Solanke to Haaland, which we'll talk about a bit later. So then yeah, Foden, home to Burnley. I'm pretty confident he'll start. I know De Bruyne is obviously coming back, but I just don't think De Bruyne is going to actually start this one. I think he'll come on. Again, he'd probably get a bit more minutes, so he might play 40 minutes, something like that. Half an hour maybe. I just think if you want to take a punt, I think he could be pretty good. I mean, he might start. If he does start, then yeah, fair play. I just think it's pretty risky right now. So yeah, I'm going to leave the midfield as it is, I think, and then yeah, let's have a look at the forward line because this is where the transfers probably will happen if I'm going to do any. So the front line then, Watkins and Solanke. Watkins, happy to have him, although to be honest, if I was wildcarded now, I think I would look to get Tony instead of Watkins, just because Tony on pens, 90-minute man. Obviously Watkins doesn't have pens anymore, so that's one thing less for Watkins. But also Tony's got the double, so yeah, it's quite a difficult double, but he's still got a double game week. So yeah, probably if I wasn't wildcarding, I'd look to do have Tony instead of Watkins, but as I'm not, I'm just going to leave it and save the transfer. And then this is where I potentially might do the move. So might go from Solanke to Haaland. But yeah, I don't know. I think Haaland, I think he'll probably get only half an hour. So I just think Solanke against West Ham for 90 minutes or Haaland against Burnley for 30 minutes. I don't know, it's quite close, isn't it, really? But I just think that paired with an extra week of information and an extra transfer, I think I'm leaning towards just keeping Solanke and just rolling. But who knows? Come to the deadline, I might get a bit of FOMO and just get Haaland in. So we'll have to see. But I think currently that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go roll the transfer, keep Solanke, and then look to do another transfer next week. Because also, I'll show you in a minute. Solanke, he might get a double game week soon. So yeah, I'll discuss that in a moment. But yeah, let's just that's the team then, and then with the bench as well. That's the complete team there. The bench isn't the greatest, but to be honest, that's how I like to play it. I don't like having loads of value on the bench. You know, if anything happened, the one that could stitch me up a bit is if Gabriel is injured and he doesn't play, because then, I mean, I don't really want to play Taylor against Man City anyway. I think I'd rather just have 10 men. So yeah, that's the one I could do with having some more backup on that. The defenders there. So fingers crossed, Gabriel does play. But yeah, if not, then I'm going to go with 10 men, which is not ideal. So fingers crossed, Gabriel is okay. So yeah, that's the team anyway. I think it looks quite good. As I said, I think I'll roll the transfer, and I'll just talk about some of the blank game weeks and the double game weeks coming up, and why I'm a bit more inclined to keep hold of Solanke. So this is a table from Ben Krellin. If you don't follow him on Twitter, I think he's definitely really good to follow. He just does game week predictions, so double game weeks, blank game weeks, and he puts them in nice tables like this, so it's easy to see. So as you can see, you've got the Brentford double game week, the Man City double game week, Luton and Liverpool. And then if these guys, so Luton and Liverpool, if they do double, they'll then blank in 26. Whereas obviously we know Man City, they double and then they do play. So same with Brentford. But then the Solanke one, so yeah, we've got Bournemouth here. So game week 27, it's only an unlikely chance of 15%, but that game that needs to be rearranged, the Luton one, that could potentially go here, game week 27. So Burnley and Luton, I mean, that would be a brilliant double game week, wouldn't it? Especially for Solanke, who's been on fire. And then it could also go in game week 28. So Sheffield United and Luton. Again, that's just those two game weeks there, they're so good. So, I mean, it's quite unlikely 15%, but obviously both of them together, 30% chance. So I'm tempted just to keep him for this week at least and just get a bit more information, and then we'll go from there. So that's why I think I'm leaning towards rolling the transfer. So yeah, potentially Solanke to Haaland, but I think the best thing to do is probably to wait. Just wait, gain that bit of extra information, and then obviously I'll have 2 free transfers then going into game week 23. So I think it sounds boring, but I think that's probably the best thing to do. So yeah, unless Pep comes out and he says, Haaland he's been absolutely fine, he's definitely going to start. In which case, yeah, I'll get Haaland, but I just don't think that's going to happen. So yeah, that is the likely transfer, or I should say, the likely lack of transfer. So just to finish up on then the differential of the week. So this game week, obviously, Man City have got Burnley at home. So that's just such a good game week. Doku is back. He's fit. He came on in the cup. So yeah, I think Doku, when he plays, he just looks absolutely quality. He could get an absolute haul against Burnley, but it's just a pepper roulette, isn't it? He might not even start. So I think if you want to take a punt, you don't have that much money. So say like me, for example, Sterling, if I had a free transfer, I could either do Richarlison or I could do Doku, only owned by 2.6% as well. So yeah, he looks, if you want a little differential to try and blast you up the mini leagues, then I think someone like Doku, yeah, he could absolutely smash it this week. So, yeah, I'll leave that on there. But Doku, he could. This will maybe look. I mean, yeah, he could. He could go and get 20 odd points. Equally, he could just not start and then come on for a 1 point cameo. So he's one of those players. If you want to risk it, it could be a good one. So yeah, I'll leave that on there. So there you go. That is the game week 22 team selection. If you did enjoy it, please do drop a like and please do hit subscribe. If you've got any questions, just put them in the comments. I'll answer them. And yeah, good luck to game week 22. I hope we see lots of green arrows, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.